Hello everybody, it's Raven's Guardian back with another episode of American Truck Simulator. We were trying to get this Cupid Express event completed, and we have to make another 9 deliveries before we have it 100% done. So you guys are probably watching this, it's going to be probably after the event is already completed. However, this is going to be something that I'm going to try my best to get done today, so we're going to try to get as many of these deliveries done as possible. We have a bunch of them. I'm going to basically do as many as I can here in the city, or the cities in Arkansas, just so that way we can work on getting that 100% of Arkansas done, as well as getting the Cupid Express event done. And I'm going to just basically sort by route length, pick the shortest one, and just take it. Alright, so let's get started, and we're going to take this one from Hotsprings to Harrison, Arkansas. Alright, so let's get rolling here. We got to go pick up our trailer. Actually, it's right here in front of us, so that worked out perfect for us. So let's get lined up and get this trailer and get ready to go. We shouldn't have to worry about sleep for right now, because sleep shouldn't be too bad of an issue with it being, you know, relatively close here in the state of Arkansas. So not too worried about that. Let's get lined up here on the trailer and get hooked up. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's get going. We got 9 of these to do today, and I'm trying to get them all done. So we got quite a bit of work to do. Doesn't look like we have any traffic, really, except for that car, but he's going pretty slow. Alright, let's get out of here and get onto the main road. There's a car coming. And of course he just turned. And I said I was going to go pick up that video camera thing down there, but I guess we'll get that in a later time for right now. Because like I said, we got to get this Cupid event done as soon as we possibly can, and that's what I'm trying to do today. Alright, so we only have 125 miles to go, 2 hours and 20 minutes. We should be okay on, like I said, fuel and sleep to make this delivery, so I'm not too worried about that. This one will get delivered during the day, so that's rather nice, especially for you guys who enjoy watching the scenery as we drive by. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series so far. It's been kind of fun. Like I said in the last episode, I really wish that, you know, World of Trucks would have made this a little more realistic, or a little bit less crazy with the number of things that we have to deliver. Like, I feel like 14 deliveries is a little excessive. I mean, like I said, I understood the fact that, you know, it's the 14th day of the month for Valentine's, and okay, I get the idea of the 14-14, yeah, cool. But that is a lot of deliveries to make, especially when, like, the shortest one is like this, where it's like 2 hours away. It's like, you're asking somebody to essentially put in, you know, almost a day's worth of driving. So probably like 8 to 10 hours of actual time driving to complete this event, which is, it's a lot to ask somebody to do. Alright, well, it doesn't want us, it wants us to stay out of this lane, so I guess we'll switch lanes here. So we're not taking that exit. And we're just going to go ahead and head this direction towards Harrison. Now I know there are some people who like to cheat when it comes to this stuff. You can't really do that in the World of Truck events. There's not really a way to do that because it tracks all the miles and everything that you drive. So there's not like there are some ways that in just the main game that you can go in and edit your ability to move the vehicle, so like to basically make the vehicle fly, which is kind of interesting and kind of cool, I guess, except, you know, it's cheating obviously, and that's not exactly fair. So that's probably why they don't let you do that, which, you know, makes sense to me. But yeah, you can use basically the number key pad over there on the keyboard to move your truck basically up and then fly it through the air to the destination that it needs to get to. Which is kind of, you know, cool that somebody figured that out, but at the same time, like, doesn't work for World of Truck events. Or at least I don't think it does. I haven't tried it because, you know, I don't cheat, so. But I have seen some people do it in just the regular game. And it's kind of funny. It's also really funny when you mess it up and your truck basically falls from the sky and, you know, immediately goes to 100% damage. So that's kind of funny when that happens to people. In any case, we're about 73 miles away from our destination. We still have a while to drive here. And I think what I'll end up doing here is this is going to be a multi-part event. So, or by event I mean across the weeks, right? So, because we make a video every Sunday, obviously the first one is going to go out, you know, the Sunday immediately following Valentine's Day, and then the one right before the 26th, which is actually the end of the event. February 26th is when the event ends. That one will go out the Sunday before that, and then whatever we end up with here, driving wise, it's probably going to go out on the weekend after the event ends. So that's what I was telling you guys at the beginning, like, yes, I understand that this event is over and you guys are probably already seen this, but it's just content and that I will put out. I kind of wish that I would have done that for the other event, the Winter Dream event or whatever it was called back in around Christmas. I just did not do it, mostly because I was trying to do everything myself, and I was trying to get it done as quickly as possible. So, like I said, I wish I would have recorded it because that would have gave me a whole bunch of material. But at the same time, it would have also kind of hindered our ability to get to where we were trying to get to here in Arkansas because of all the warping and all that stuff. So, in any case, here we are. We're driving our way across Arkansas, trying to get everything done that we can get done, while also getting the Cupid Express event completed. All right, 45 miles from our destination, just over 50 minutes to go here. And hopefully we will get to where we need to go pretty soon. And that'll be delivery number 1. And if this video ends up being pretty long, I might actually break it up into 2 more videos, so we'll see. Honestly, it's all going to depend on how long these videos end up being, just because of the crazy number, like I said, of things that I have to make here. Alright, 35 miles to go, just under 40 minutes. And we're almost to Harrison. And I also feel like because we're in such a rush to like get all this done, we're also not really taking the time to, you know, go about getting all of the different things done with roads and all that stuff to get the 100%. So it's kind of one of those things that's just like not ideal. All right, about 15 miles out, just over 19 minutes. The other thing that's kind of disappointing is, like, you know, being a variety streamer, or well, not streamer, variety YouTube game player. It makes playing this game very difficult, right? Because I only have one day a week that I publish any videos for this game, and the way that this event is kind of developed, it's like, oh, well, you know, you'll just be playing this game only. This is the only game you play. You don't play any other games. Like, it's just unrealistic for these people at World of Trucks to think that, or SCS, or whoever the heck is in charge of it. And it's, you know, I think it's a little irresponsible on their part to ask somebody to play their video game for as long as it takes to make these 14 deliveries in such a short amount of time. Like, if this was a month-long thing, sure, I can do that, no problem. But to make it a 2-week event, and then you're expecting people just to, you know, drive and make 14 deliveries that are, you know, a little bit ridiculously spaced. By ridiculously spaced, I mean, you know, it takes 20 to 30 minutes per delivery, and times 14, like, that's like 7 to 8 hours, assuming you take the shortest possible deliveries every single time. Like, nobody has 8 hours to invest in your video game, unless they're, you know, like me, unfortunately, trying to 100% a game, which is, it's really messed up to do to somebody. Yeah, there was our loan payment that just went out there. Let's get lined up here on this. There we go. There's our nice deer and ghost and our magnolia. Yeah, so it says it took 12 minutes. I guess that's fairly accurate, but still. We got $985, 142 experience, and then we also leveled up to level 13. All right. Let's take a look here what we want to put our point in. So we have multiple things here that we can put it in. There's not anything that's going to give us any bonus to money at this point. Everything else, or not bonus to experience is what I meant. Everything else is just, you know, you can take different types of cargo, you can drive longer distances, you can get a little bit better rewards, but other than that, that's essentially it. Yeah, no experience boosts, and then obviously fuel economy. That's pretty nice as well. Maybe we'll just do fuel economy. You know, it doesn't really hurt. We're not really gaining anything. 1% extra of, you know, for these is not like something that's amazing. So we might as well save some money on fuel. All right, let's go back in the jobs, take a look at external contracts, see what we can get out of Harrison here. All right, so we have everything sorted by route length. So the shortest ones are at the front. We'll take the shortest one that we can find here. And back to Hotsprings. So it sounds like we're just going to be going back and forth, but yeah, it's 128 miles. Let's do it. All right, it's the same place here. Perfect. So might as well go over here and pick up our trailer. We're still doing okay on sleep and on fuel, so I'm not too worried about that. So we will just go ahead and maybe when we get back to the hot springs, we'll worry about that. But for right now, we are doing just fine. Helps if I pay attention to what I'm doing there. I got kind of messed up on the angle. There we go. There we go. Let's get coupled up and get driving. All right, back to Harrison, or from Harrison back to Hot Springs. You know, if this only take 12 minutes, 9 times 12 minutes is going to put us A-OK on time and distance, I think. So we might have to get a sleep here and there and maybe a little bit of fuel, but overall I think we'll be doing just fine. Because that will basically keep this video almost under 2 hours. So, and I'm good with that. Open the gate, please. So we'll have to take a look once we get here to Hot Springs if this is just going to be a loop basically of back and forth between these two locations. And of course my mirrors are in the perfect position to block my view here to the left, which is not ideal, and I can't really move my head too well to see around. And then obviously this car is just going to stop for us, which thank you. I appreciate it. We weren't out in your way, but it's all right. And maybe we'll get lucky and this light will turn green. Maybe, or not. And of course there's a cop right there, so we'll make sure to stop. And wait for these 10-minute long lights for whatever reason. But yeah, if we end up doing just this loop over and over again, you know, it is what it is. I'll still make it into a video. It's just a little bit annoying that they don't have something else, like maybe a Harrison to Little Rock or a Harrison to Springdale or something, you know, something that's a little bit more of a variety than just back to the Hot Springs, back to Harrison, back to the Hot Springs. So we'll see what ends up happening here. Maybe we'll get something out of Hot Springs that goes to like Texarkana or even El Dorado or something like that. Yep, I'm gonna go up to 65 here just because of the whole 10% thing. And we're leaving Harrison, headed back to the Hot Springs. It's gonna take us just over 100 miles here and just over 2 hours. The good thing is, you know, the sleep and the fuel thing is not so much of an issue here, especially this time around. If we do end up doing the little Harrison to Hot Springs loop back and forth, I think we're going to try to find, there's like one road that looked like it had a little side road that you could take that, you know, essentially is just a bypass road that still puts you back out on the highway. So I might end up taking that if we end up taking that Hot Springs back to Harrison. So we'll see here. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Alright, Looks like we're gonna have to make a left turn here, so we'll get over here in the left lane. Make sure we slow down enough that the cop here in front of us doesn't pull us over. That was not necessary. All right, so for the record, the light was red at 16. It is now 21. It's still red. And I don't know many stoplights that are 4 minutes long anywhere in the world. Just throwing that out there. 2 minutes? Yes. I've sat at a couple 2-minute lights. I've never sat at a light where I've waited 4 minutes for it to change. The other thing that I find a little bit annoying is it looks like time actually stops when you stop. So see how it's like 14:29 and it's not changing. It's just staying steady. The second you start driving, watch how quickly the time goes. Alright, so 1 minute has gone by. It's almost like when you stop driving, it's like it goes back to real time. As opposed to... Which to me, I'm like, why? Why would you do that? That's retarded. Okay, there you go. 2 minutes. That I sat here. Now watch. Yeah, we'll be at 2 minutes before we even get to the top of this ramp. Yep, there it goes. 2 minutes already went by. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to make a turn? That's not realistic. So either speed up the time all the time, or don't speed it up at all. One of the two. Like, it's a little bit ridiculous what they do with this. Alright, it doesn't look like we have any people in this left or the right lane here, so we're good. And we're only 70 miles out. If you were to ask me what my preference is, I would prefer that they speed up all the time so that the light is only like 2 in-game minutes long. Not, and I'm talking about 2 in-game minutes while driving, not 2 minutes of, you know, whatever it is that they decide that they're trying to do. All right, we're taking this exit. Lane ends, merge left. Yep, well, we are in the left lane, so no need to merge. And we're not taking Broadway Street, so we're getting right in front of this red vehicle. Still got about 53 miles to go as we're driving through Little Rock. Yeah, like, why couldn't you do Hotsprings to Little Rock? That would have been a good one. Or even Harrison to Little Rock would have been a good one. To be honest, I think what's going to have to happen to get 100% is I'm just going to have to drive around Bobtail and literally just go to all these little places that, you know, because I think trying to go there with the trailer is going to be a little bit more difficult than, say, you know, just picking something up with a... I'm just going to stay in this lane and take this exit. I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult if we're, you know, driving with a trailer to get all the different things here. So I'll probably have to end up driving Bobtail just to get over to get all these little nooks and crannies that this game has for Arkansas. Guess we can get over here in the middle lane now. Still 42 miles out somehow. 50 minutes to go. Alright, that should be the final exit here, hopefully. So let's see. About 25 miles out. Should be coming up on Harrison any moment now. Still got 30 minutes to drive, apparently, but we should be getting pretty close. Or sorry, Hotsprings, not Harrison. We just came from Harrison. We're headed towards Hotsprings. And there's that little side road. You can see it there on the left of the screen that I was talking about. That basically just goes along the highway, but just not on the highway. So maybe that'll be something that we, if we end up doing this loop back and forth, I think I might end up doing that. Just because it'll give us something else that we haven't seen. And it's something that we can definitely use to slow down to 45 here. Something we can definitely use. Alright, so slowing down to 40. And down to 35. Into the Hot Springs we go. Hey, there's a Panda Express. I think that's right there is where we made our last delivery, was just off there to the left. So it looks like we're actually going somewhere a little bit further this time. Bunch of Napa Auto Parts, and I think that's a Pepsi truck in front of me. Nope, not Pepsi. I just saw the blue and red and I thought it was Pepsi. Nope, I take it back, because I definitely... No, maybe not. I thought we drove through here. We're going to Target this time around, though. It wasn't Target last time. Another red light. And finally green. The nice thing about this event, though, is we're making quite a bit of money in a short amount of time, so almost $1,000 per delivery, which is pretty nice. So there's some benefit in that. Alright, left turn here into the Target. Come on. Didn't hit the brakes that hard. Alright. Receiving area is in the back. Which makes sense because that's where we're delivering it. And where do we have to go? All the way over there against the wall. Got it. Yeah, we definitely did not deliver it here last time. And there we go. Delivery has been made. So that one took 14 minutes. 65 deliveries for World of Trucks contracts completed now. 14 minutes, $1,001 and 145 XP. Alright, so that's 7. So we now have 7 of 14 completed. So like I said, it ends February 26th at midnight UTC. For you guys that are out there trying to figure this out. But like I said, by the time you see this, it'll already be after the fact. Alright, route length, and let's go through and find out what we got. Maybe something a little bit different, hopefully. Target back to Harrison. Like, ugh. Alright. Well, let's see. Maybe there's... How far is that? 149? Is there something else that's a little bit closer? Alright. This is just 4 more miles, but it's taking us to El Dorado. So we'll take that one. Probably gonna have to get some rest and some fuel just to be safe. So we'll do that first before we go pick it up. Alright, so let's take a look at our map, figure out where we can get some gas. If there is anywhere that's close by that we can get gas. It doesn't look like it. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna go pick it up and then we'll get some sleep and whatnot along the way. It's interesting that the stop is on the opposite side there. Alright, well, anyways, here we go. I am glad that we're taking something a little bit different than the Harrison Hotsprings loop. Because, man, that was getting quite annoying going back and forth there. Like, I'm all for doing it 2 times. I don't know if I can do it 9 times in a row. That is, that's asking a lot. Come on, light. Let's go. It's pretty nice. I wonder why we can't just get gas here at this Heb. That would have been nice. Come on, light. Holy smokes. It's just outrageous. I mean, it goes back to what I was trying to say, like, hey, you know, how about you just make it all the time accurate? Either slow everything down or speed everything up. I would prefer everything be sped up so that way I'm not having to worry about sitting at lights for ridiculous amounts of time. But, you know, I don't get to make the rules, and I'm not a developer of games, so... And this brake bias, like, on this thing is just outrageous. Like, there are some times where, yeah, I want to stop that quick, but I don't want to stop that quick every single time I push the brake. Because it's like 20 to 0 in less than 2 seconds, like you're slamming on your brakes. And it's like, I'm not, I'm pushing on it literally the same way every single time. To be honest, like, I'm getting to the point where I'm almost about to just say, you know what? We're going to get rid of American Truck Simulator out of the schedule and just do something else. Formula 1 or something like that. Because this is... the amount of frustration I have with this game compared to other games I play is a little bit ridiculous. So we'll see. Who knows? Maybe that's what is exactly what we'll end up doing. And you know what it all stems from? 2 things in this game. The AI between you, the other vehicles and you, because they don't yield at all. They just drive no matter what. Even though it's very clear that you're, you know, out in the open. Like right there, boom, car hits me. Why? It didn't happen, but that's about when they would hit you. I'm pretty sure if you were driving and you saw a tractor and trailer that's pulled out in front of you, you're gonna hit your brakes. It's not like they're pulling out immediately in front of you. Like, you saw them coming. Stop. And then the other thing is the traffic lights. Those are the 2 big things in this game that if they changed them, it would make this game extremely enjoyable. But because they don't, it frustrates the heck out of me to the point where I just want to stop playing the game. So if you're a developer from SCS and you're watching this, you know, I'm all for the DLCs. That's great. Fantastic. It is needed for a lot of drivers. I'm going to take this little side road that I was talking about. It is needed for people to, you know, keep them interested in everything. But the one thing that, like, really needs to change is 100% the AI and the amount of time you have to set at stoplights. Because it is, like, it literally drives me up a wall to the point where I'm like, you know what, I don't want to play this game anymore. I mean, even if you just, like, made a setting in the settings that you could change to say, like, make traffic lights go faster or something like that, that would be fine. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, you don't have to change it for everything, but, like, give me as the player the option to make that difference. And I mean, I literally could go in and just turn off traffic offenses and then just blow through every red light. I absolutely could do that. Am I going to do that? No, because would I drive through red lights in real life? No. Not intentionally, obviously. I mean, I'm sure accidents do happen, obviously, but I'm not intentionally going through a red light. Alright, headed towards Pine Bluff. Alright, let's get over here. But honestly, my point is, it just saps the fun out of the game. You know, having these lights be as ridiculously long as they are. Alright, well, we're under 100 miles to go now. We're about an hour and 50 minutes out from our destination. So we're getting there. Looks like we're going just a little bit past El Dorado, because that sign back there said El Dorado is at 91 miles. We still had 95 on the clock. And here's another red light. So slow down from 60 all the way to stop. Just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting some more. Oh, there we go. Honestly, I think the really the catalyst for all this conversation has definitely got to been the fact that they gave us 2 weeks to get 14 deliveries done. and are expecting people to just invest outrageous amounts of time into this game to make this happen. Unless you're going to do exactly what we were just talking about with the, well, let's just do a Harrison and Hotsprings loop or something along those lines. It's like, I get it, your game is the only thing that's in your world, but guess what? It's not the only thing in the world for gamers. And I would much rather be playing other games than this game, just to, you know, be able to complete this event. Or make it so that you can go to a place where, hey, you only have to drive, 20 miles to make this delivery. Cool. Then I can get 14 done, like, in a split of an hour, as opposed to it taking, 9 times 12 minutes or 14 minutes, whatever that ends up being, to make this happen. So just shy of 2 hours, basically. Because that is 2 hours that I could definitely spend somewhere else doing something much more constructive than driving a fake truck. Because the other thing too is like, what's the rush to get this event over? Why are we in such a rush to do it? It's not like you have an Easter event that's not that's coming up. I mean, I'm sure you do, but it's not like it needs to be coming up right now at the end of February, is it? No. So why not just let this event go until, middle of March or the first week of March? Why end it on the 26th? If you would have just done that, then I wouldn't have to do this. I wouldn't be making 3 weeks of videos in the span of 1 week. Yep, I know we're getting tired. We're definitely gonna have to stop after this one to get some rest. And luckily, it looks like there's a place to get rest and fuel. So good thing we came down to El Dorado, because if we didn't, Harrison and Hotsprings both don't have a place to get rest and get some sleep in a reasonable distance. You know what? I'm going. And look, what? You see what I'm talking about? You can clearly see that I'm driving here, you jackass. So there's strike number 1. Look, this idiot almost fucking pulled out in front of me too. All right, so we got 15 minutes there. It took us, gave us $1,138 and 170 experience. And we got 2% damage thanks to that lovely car that decided to just randomly hit us. So, hooray for that. All right, external contracts. What we got? All right, shortest length, no Cupid Express, no Cupid Express, no Cupid Express. Little Rock, which is 150 miles. Nice. I guess that's the one we're taking. First, we're going to get some fuel and some rest, though. Yeah, I'm tracking you're tired. I get it. I'm tired too. Tired of this game, to be honest, but... And the ridiculous devs that think that nobody plays any other video games than this one. Okay, you guys are literally just gonna stop. I'm not sticking out in the traffic, so I don't understand why you're stopping. But whatever. You want to stop because you're stupid AI? Cool. Sounds good to me. And we missed the turn in there. Awesome. Well, luckily I think we can maybe go through and go back around because this thing is designed poorly. Or, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to hop the curb because, again, designed poorly. Alright, there's that, and time to get some rest. Okay, guess back in, because apparently this isn't good enough to get some sleep. Alright, 5 in the morning. Magnus pulled in $474. Good. Yep, just keep coming, traffic, you know, because it's not like I want to go anywhere anytime soon. This is outrageous. It's 4 in the morning. This kind of traffic would not exist here. Like, let's be real. Again, yet another thing in this game that is absolutely ridiculous. The AI. And yes, I know they have a traffic setting that you can scale your traffic either up or down if you want to. Doesn't help that I have to drive 40 miles to get a load. Like, seriously? Come on. I mean, it's halfway, literally halfway to where my destination is. What the heck is that truck doing? That's what I'm talking about. The AI in this game is so dumb that it doesn't understand how to drive. Like, you need a better AI model. You need something. Does this tractor trailer guy think he has the right of way? He thought about it for a second. Here's Ruth pulling in a little bit. Oh, of course, Ruth couldn't find a job. Thanks, Ruth. Yep. Spend more money. Good job. How about you stop taking jobs to destinations that you know you're not going to have a follow-on job to? Security check, really? And here we go, 150 miles in 3 hours. And we're sitting in an hour for this episode, just about. Alright, let me out, come on. Through here before some train decides it wants to hit me. Yep, 140 miles to go, 2 hours and 45 minutes. So this is our, I think, 10th delivery, if I remember right. So we're making okay time. I don't know if we're honestly going to get all 14. I might just call it and say, cool, we did our best and this is what we ended up with. Because I think it's, again, a little bit ridiculous that they're asking for 14 deliveries. Alright, taking this exit. Luckily it's still green. Slow down just a little bit. There we go. Should be arriving about 9:50 in the morning, looks like. So that'll be what we end up doing. Yeah, you see, like, so this trip, had I picked up the load right there where I was at, would have been about 110 miles. So there you go. We went essentially 50 miles out of the way, or I guess close to 100 miles out of the way just to pick up a load. It's just ridiculous. I'm sure a lot of people were like, well, you have until the 26th, so, you know, you could just wait and do it another day. It's like, sure, yeah, I could do that, but the amount of pain and trouble it is to pull all the stuff out that I need to be able to do this, as opposed to a normal game where I don't have to have all the things that are required for this, like the steering wheel, the track IR, all that stuff. It's a lot easier just to play with a controller. I could play this game with a controller, but it's just not as fun. So in a game that's already not fun, I'm not going to make it even worse. I did see on Steam, though, it told me, like, hey, you have 72 hours playing this game. Would you like to leave a review? And I considered doing that, but then I was like, you know what? There are a ton of people that play this game that absolutely love it. And I don't want to spoil the joy of somebody that, you know, maybe will pick this game up at some point in the future by writing a poor review and then have them be like, well, I don't want to play that game. It sounds like it's a terrible game. I mean, it could be a perfect game for them, right? It could be a game that they're going to love and enjoy and get thousands of hours. And I don't want to be the guy that spoils it for them by leaving a poor review on Steam. On the same hand, though, I could be the guy that saves somebody from spending money on a game that they're going to play for, you know, 10 hours and be like, man, this game sucks. So, I don't know. I'm torn between the two, but at the same time, it's like, well, I don't want to poison the well, I guess, for those that will get the enjoyment out of it. Like I used to. I used to love playing this game, and it used to be a ton of fun. But now that I'm like 72 hours in, the things that have started to like just gnaw at me throughout time, the AI, the traffic lights, like, it's just gotten to the point where, or the fact that World of Trucks caps you at 65. Doesn't matter what the speed limit is. You want to drive 65 and a 35? Go for it. But God forbid if you want to drive 75 in a 75, you can't do that. So it's just those little things that gnaw at me that have made me not happy with this game. And it's just not, it's losing its fun factor, I'll say that. Alright, 50 miles to go, hour and 5 minutes. And this guy just decides he's gonna pull in front of me. Thank you. How about we, at least go the speed limit instead of just pulling in front of me for no reason. I mean, I guess the only good thing would be if I do end up making this. So this will be 3 weeks worth of videos. Maybe a 3-week break from driving in this game will make this game enjoyable. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. I'm leaning probably towards not likely, but we'll see. And I guess one of the other things that drive me nuts is these little nooks and crannies that they have that you would never make any delivery to. Like random loops to get back onto the same road that you're never going to drive on it unless you just decide to drive on it. Like why does that exist? Alright, we're 32 miles out from Little Rock, so we should be seeing Little Rock here in just a little bit. 44 miles to go. I feel like our sleep has really crept up on us there. I mean, we literally just slept, and this was not that long of a drive, so I don't know where that all came from. Back over here in the left lane towards Little Rock. Alright, yeah, we're not heading towards Texarkana, so we'll just keep going here. Little Rock is straight ahead. Doesn't look like we're going to the airport, so we're going to downtown Little Rock, it looks like. Though that's not a way we could go anyways, because it's blocked off. Alright, well, we're not going to 9th Street, so we'll change lanes here. We've already got the picture of downtown Little Rock, so that's good. We're only 4 miles from our destination, yet the thing hasn't popped up on the screen yet, so that's kind of interesting, I guess. A little bit unnerving. You know, it's still sitting at 4 miles. Which doesn't make any sense. I think we're a little bit closer than 4 miles. looks like we're still not seeing, like, this seems a little outrageous. Like, obviously 2 miles is not accurate. Or I'd be seeing the flag by now. There we go. And then we have these kind of things, like, you know what, I don't even care. I'm just gonna go. Guess what? If I get a traffic offense, so be it. Give me a traffic offense. Alright, where are we making our delivery at here? There it is. Wait, what? Guess I need to back up. Yeah, like, seriously? Come on. Alright, well that took 22 minutes, which is a complete and utter lie. It took way more than that because we had to drive 100 miles out of the way. 2 hours, or 208 miles there, $1,121, and 224 experience for that. Alright, you know what? Since it's an hour and 14 minutes in, I think I'm just going to end this episode here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.